Hello everyone, this is Sasha, and I think most of you know me better as Aofish from Instagram. So this is sort of like my first video on this account, so I'm going to go ahead and start with introducing myself. I am 18 years old and I've been doing art since I was 13 or 14. I say 13 or 14 because I was 13 going on 14, like pretty close. Anyway, my favorite form of art is digital art, and I've been in love with it since I got a tablet. The road to starting out on digital art, it wasn't an easy one for me. It took me 2 months to actually get used to digital art, like to be able to properly use a pen and to like make drawings that looked something like the ones I did traditionally. My favorite bit about digital art has to be the undo button. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite bit is the undo button, because like the scariest thing about traditional art is with pencils and with acrylic paint, you can basically draw over it or erase it, but with watercolor and poster, you're pretty much messed up your entire work if you make a mistake. Especially with watercolor, it's a complete disaster, I swear. What else can I talk about? I do study art because like I'm taking animation, but I am only in my second semester, so I'm mostly a self-taught artist. A lot of people ask me how I found my style, and I'll go into it deeper in another video, but I think the easiest way to explain how I got my style is the fact that I started drawing daily for around 1.5 years. Like, I think the way I developed my style was I started with a really basic style, and I started to like think about what my aesthetics were. Like, for me at the moment, I like drawing big lips and different types of eyes. I don't stick with a particular type, but I do like big eyebrows. I've got big eyebrows myself, and tiny noses because I've also got a tiny nose. And I guess somehow the way we look inspires the way we draw. As I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's an art versus artist meme on Instagram, and it's really accurate half the time. But yeah, what else do I have to say in my introduction? Okay, so I think what you're gonna find mostly on this channel is going to be speed paints, discussions about what we do as artists, like maybe things like how to find a style, what not to do as a beginner if you're going into digital art, because there's a bunch of things you should just avoid in general. And what else would there be? I think the main thing you're gonna see is the way I draw, because art to me is something that differs from person to person. Everyone will obviously have different takes on art, so this is basically going to be my take. Because for me, things like the whole line art coloring method is a bit harder. So when I found Alice Zhang's way of blocking out the colors and then doing the sketch on top of the blocked out colors and the details on top of that, I found it a lot easier. And lastly, I'm going to talk about my inspirations. My biggest inspiration has to be Loish, because Loish is amazing and their work is superb. Like, I'm just going to fangirl about their work because it's amazing. And then there's Sakimi-chan. I think these two are the main ones, and Ross Draws. Also, thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe.